Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, well, as you can see, I have a full face of makeup on. I don't normally start my videos with a full face of makeup. A little odd. But today we are kind of doing it Tati style. So if you don't know Tati Westbrook, she's like the OG mom of YouTube, you know, she's like everybody's mother on YouTube. Love her. I'm so glad she's back to YouTube. So she's like the OG mom of YouTube, a makeup guru mom, you know, like she's just everything. She's amazing. Anyway, so what she has been doing with her reviews is she'll do the video, she'll talk about it, and she'll insert clips. So I'm trying that today. So today we are doing a review on the OPV Beauty London Spotlight Eyeshadow Palette. So this palette, I've actually never heard of the OPV Beauty London brand, and as I talk about in the video after this one that you'll see, I talk about how like I don't really try a lot of brands that, you know, that I'm not familiar with, and I want to break that habit. So since I've never heard of this brand, I figured I'd try it. So this palette is actually really pretty. I love the packaging. The component, the packaging it comes in is just like this, and then you just slide it off and it's this. So it's a nice feel of the eyeshadow. It feels very sturdy, you know, feels like good weight. I'll add the price somewhere around because I don't know what the price is, but it comes with a big mirror. You can see my setup. It comes with a big mirror and beautiful colors. So it comes with 24 shades, and this is perfect for like the fall, which is why I'm like, you know what, we can use this because it's got like a lot of fall tones, especially over here. So it's like all the warm tones and cool tones and stuff. But these ones are like very much calling my name for like fall, and these guys. And these guys will be nice for like Christmas, but you can also use them on a day-to-day basis. Like the greens will be good for fall, you know. Yeah, you can like add pop of color and stuff. But yeah, so I figured we'd try the palette. So I ended up using, for my eye, I first took Public Eye, which is this guy right here. And it's just a beautiful, warm tone, or sorry, cool toned brown. And it's a nice brown, so there's a swatch. It's a nice brown, it swatches very nicely, and it blends on the eye very nice. So I did put concealer down first, and then I took the brown and put it in my crease and blended it around. It was just a very nicely blended brown. It was very pigmented. I didn't have to pack on the shade too much. It just went right on, as you saw with the swatch. It was just one swatch and it went on. And I really enjoyed shades like that. So then next I took Edge, which is this shade right here. It's more of like a reddish purple kind of thing. Reddish brown. Very pretty. Swatch it here for you. Didn't really swatch that well. That's my own fault. There we go. So very beautiful. And I put that right in the crease and blended that upwards and blended Public Eye and Edge together, so it'll be a seamless blend. They blended perfectly together. They blended so nice together, and it was just like blending like butter, you know, like just butter. Very creamy shades, which I very much like. I like when you don't have to do a lot of work to get the shadow pigmented, and when you don't have to do a lot of work to blend it. They just blend and work. It's the best part of shadows when they do that. And it's just such a beautiful color, especially for the fall. Then I went in with Star, which is like this plum reddy purple shade right here. swatch it. Such a beautiful color. And I put that right on the outer corner and blended that inwards so that it would create a seamless transition and give depth to the outer corner. It was beautiful. It like deepened the outer corner so nicely and created a lot of depth with the look. And it blended together very nicely, and I'm very impressed with that shade. It is such a gorgeous shade. Now, they do apply better than they swatch. Just letting you know, like, they are very good eyeshadows, those ones that I have used. I'll play around with the palette more so you can see the other shades on the eyes, because swatches and eye looks are completely different. But I will swatch all the colors in the palette for this video, and then continue to use this palette for other videos. So after that was done, I took D-Plug, which is the shimmer right here. And it's just like a reddy pink shimmer. Very pretty. Kind of like a coppery toned shimmer. It's not really shimmering on camera, but very pretty. I applied that just with my finger, and it was gorgeous. Now I feel like these aren't the most pigmented right off the bat. I did have to do a few layers, but I feel like it'd be so much better if I put down like a concealer base so it could stick to it rather than just sticking onto the eyeshadow. So I'll definitely be doing more things like that and testing it different ways. But without a primer base underneath it, it's gorgeous. It applied very nicely, and it, made the look very fall-like and gorgeous. So definitely like that shade. And next I went in with Exhibit, which is this gold shade right here. This is very much like a disco party gold right here. Like, oh, that's gorgeous. That was a beautiful swatch. Very creamy and buttery, and this one just packed on so nicely right off the bat. Like, you need to be light with that shade, but I put it right on the outer, like right beside the outer corner, and just blended it with my finger just to give it kind of like a pop of color at the end so you can really see the definition on each side. And kind of just gave it like a, a wow factor. So definitely loved that gold shade. Blended nicely, it packed on nicely and swatches very nicely. That's so gorgeous. So that is what I used on my eyes. So now let's go in and swatch the rest of the colors. So now I'm going to be swatching this one right here. I'm going to be swatching Dazzle Night. Very beautiful, warm-toned brown. And now I'm going to be swatching All Dat Sparkle, which is this one right here. Didn't really swatch that well, but it's like a very cool toned brown. And then I'm going in with Dirty Martini. Again, is one of these shimmers. It's like a very dark purple, almost black-like, kind of like a blackberry. Now I'm going in with Focus, which is a deeper gold. swatching them on this side. That just went on very nicely. It seems like their golds are very, very nice. Very packed in there. Now going in with Show, which is like this hot pink. Now that one is gorgeous. Definitely want to do a look with that one. That is definitely calling my name. Very much like a Barbie pink purple. Now I'm going in with Gilmer. That swatched very nicely. It's like a deep orange brown mix. Very nice. Now going in with Limelight, which is this light blue. Very nice, kind of like an icy shade. That's gorgeous. It's kind of like I've got a white cast on camera. Doesn't have that in real life, but on camera you can see kind of like the white cast around it. Very pretty. Now I'm going in with a Sparkle, which is kind of like this very deep green, almost like a swamp green. It's kind of like a greeny blue. Very pretty. Now I'm going in with Notrary, which is like a evergreen kind of green, which is not picking up on camera, but it's very much like an evergreen green, and it looks like it's got, on camera it's showing the brown in it, so it's kind of got like a brown cast, as you can see. And then next I'm going in with Exposure, which is the black. Very deep black. Didn't swatch that well, but it is a very deep black. Now going in with Hype. Very purpley bluish shade. Kind of reminds me of Periwinkle a little bit. And now going in with Lightning. This one's kind of like a grayish green. Again, it's got the brown tint showing up as brown on camera, but it's green in real life. See, like you can see the green here, but it's showing up as brown, but it's green. And then lastly, going in with Dream, which is this deep blue. Kind of like the ocean. Yeah, look at that. That is definitely like the ocean. So my final thoughts on this palette is I like it so far. Definitely want to play around with it a little bit more with the other shades. As you can see, like some of them didn't swatch well and some of them did. And swatches are very different than when you put them on the actual eye. So I want to play around with more colors. The colors that I did use I loved, and I loved it enough to recommend it to you for those shades. But yeah, like I definitely want to play around more. Try it with like different bases underneath and like setting sprays and concealers before you put on the glitters and stuff like that. And just a lot of different ways, so many different ways to play with makeup, and see if all the colors will blend with each other. So there's definitely a lot more playing that I have to do with it. But for now, for my first impressions, I like it. And, you know, for a brand that I haven't heard of, I'm actually really excited to try more of their products, you know, so that's great. It gets a thumbs up from me. If you like this kind of video, then definitely thumbs up this video. Comment down below what other brands you want me to try. I know there's lots of smaller brands out there that, you know, I haven't even heard of, and I would love to give them a try, so definitely let me know if you want me to try any other brands. Yeah, subscribe to my channel, join the family, and ring that notification bell. You know the drill. You like to follow my other social medias, and you know that they're right here. You know all of them. And I am so happy to be back. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!